I came to know God through our church in a high school Bible study. Throughout high school and before that, my parents went through a pretty messy divorce, and that kind of left me home alone a lot and more independent at a younger age. And so my mom was like working full time and overtime, and my dad, I wasn't living with my dad. So before my parents were together, that was like Christianity was something that like brought us together, and God was. And then kind of when that was happening, it was confusing for me because I was like, would God want this, or why would God let this happen? So I think that affected me in my walk with God. So in high school, I was lacking a community and I felt very alone. And actually, right before my senior year, I got to move into the ministry house, and that was really scary for me. And I also wasn't sure about money because my parents really couldn't help me financially. And through all that, God gave me, like, provided for me. And he gave me a community, like, roommates that really loved me and supported me during that time. Provided a job that paid like way more than what I needed. He provided with school, and even with that, like, I had been working on school and just trying to get through it, and I was really worried about, like, am I gonna pass my classes? Like, am I gonna do well? And because I was still in high school, and like my parents got a call like near graduation that I was like the valedictorian for my high school, and I didn't even know it. Something that like stuck out to me was like this verse. It's Matthew 6:33, and it's seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you. And I feel like I've just experienced that just even in this past year of how God has provided for me so much and way more than I need. I think something God like placed on my heart was like, do you trust me? And I think it took me being willing to say yes, even though if it didn't feel the greatest or didn't seem like it was gonna work out, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna choose to trust you and follow through with this and like trust that God's gonna provide. Kind of after seeing those opportunities and choosing to say yes, it kind of got easier to trust God because I saw the ways he provided in those smaller ways. And then I was like, if he can do that, then he can do this. And that kind of led it to be where it came to big decisions. It was more easy to say yes because I already had this record of seeing him coming through in the past.